All right, let's talk about budgeting. If that word alone makes you want to, just run for the hills, then you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to toss out those complicated spreadsheets, forget the guilt trips, and replace it all with what is genuinely the simplest, most effective budget template you will ever need. Okay, let's get into it.
So, does this sound familiar? You decide, okay, this is it. I'm going to make a budget. You're all fired up, you've got your categories, and then, like a week later, it's just completely forgotten. I bet that rings a bell for a lot of you. It's such a common story, and honestly, it's why so many people just give up on trying to manage their money.
But before we jump into the simple solution, it's really important to understand why those traditional budgets almost always seem to set us up for failure from the very beginning.
And here is the absolute truth, and I want you to hear this. It's not you, it's the system. For years, we've been sold this idea that a good budget has to be incredibly detailed and complex. But you know what? That complexity is the exact reason they don't work. Think about it. So much of the old advice tells you to track every single dollar, every transaction, down to that $5 coffee. I mean, who really has the time or the mental energy for that? It's completely exhausting, it makes you feel guilty for spending anything, and it's pretty much the fastest way to just burn out and quit. So, this is the real secret. The key isn't to find a fancier app or to just try harder with more willpower. The key is to radically simplify the whole thing. And that brings us to this beautifully simple, super effective, and actually sustainable method. It's called the 3-bucket solution.
That's it. That's the magic number. Everything we're about to do boils down to the simple power of 3. We are going to organize your entire financial life with just 3 categories. That's it. 3 buckets. No more trying to track 50 different line items. Just 3 clear, powerful jobs for every dollar you earn. Okay, so what are these 3 magic buckets? Let's break them down right now and see exactly what goes into each one. Super simple, right? The 3 buckets are needs, wants, and future you. And each one has a very clear, very distinct purpose. First up, we've got your needs. This should be about 50 to 60% of your take-home pay. Now, these are the absolute non-negotiables. We're talking rent or your mortgage, utilities, your basic groceries, insurance, the stuff that keeps a roof over your head and the lights on. Next up, and this is the fun one, is wants. This is going to be around 25 to 35%. This bucket is literally your official permission slip to enjoy your life. This is guilt-free spending money for going out to eat, for your hobbies, for shopping, because a good budget doesn't just restrict you. It should empower you to spend on fun stuff without an ounce of worry. And finally, the bucket that actually builds your wealth, future you. You want to aim for about 15 to 20% here. This is the money you're setting aside on purpose for the person you want to become. It's for your emergency fund, your retirement accounts, paying down debt faster, or saving up for those big goals like a down payment on a house. A fantastic place to start is what's often called the 55-30-15 rule. So that's 55% for your needs, 30% for your wants, and 15% for future you. Now remember, these are just guidelines, okay? They're not rigid laws. It's a flexible starting point, but it's a really balanced, really great place to begin. Okay, percentages are great for theory, but let's make this real. Let's see what this actually looks like with real dollars and cents. Let's just imagine your monthly take-home pay. So after all the taxes and deductions is a nice round $4,000. So using that 55-30-15 split, here's how it works. Your needs bucket gets $2,200 for all the essentials. Your wants bucket gets a full $1,200 of guilt-free money to just enjoy, and your future you bucket gets a solid $600 to build your wealth. See how clear that is? All of a sudden, there's no guesswork. So you might be thinking, okay, this sounds great, but is it hard to set up? And the answer is no. It is so much easier than you think. Let's just walk through the 5 simple steps to get this whole system up and running in like less than 15 minutes. Okay, here's the game plan. Step 1, figure out your exact monthly take-home pay. Step 2, pick your percentages. Again, 55-30-15 is a great start. Step 3, list out your big fixed needs, like rent, and subtract them. Be really honest here. Basic groceries are a need, but splurging at that gourmet market, that's probably a want. Step 4, take whatever is left and split it between your wants and future you buckets. And step 5, you guys, this is the magic bullet. Automate it. Set up an automatic transfer that moves your future you money the day you get paid. It makes saving completely effortless. And you know what the best part is? No more daily tracking. No more fighting with spreadsheets. Once you get this set up, all you need is a quick 10-minute check-in, maybe once a month, just to see how things are going and if you need to make any tiny adjustments. That's it. Seriously.
Okay, we've got the system, but there's one last thing we need to talk about. And honestly, it might be the most important part of this whole thing. It's all about your mindset.
This is so critical to remember. You are not going to be perfect, especially when you're just starting out. You might overspend on wants one month, and guess what? That is completely okay. The goal here is not perfection. It's just awareness and making consistent progress. So I want you to make this your mantra: progress, not perfection. It's about building a better, smarter habit over time, because those small, consistent steps, that's what leads to absolutely massive results down the road. So I'll leave you with this one question. What is one simple thing you can do right now, like today, to get started? How about this? Just open your banking app and figure out what your exact monthly take-home pay is. That's it. That's step one. You've got this.